Hi everyone. We're on a new week and I'm going to try again. I really enjoyed using the string for another added challenge for me. So I'm going to use the newest string, which is string number 24. I'm on the patterncollections.com website using my phone. That's all I do. I don't have an app. I just access patterncollections.com on the web. I'm under the home button, go to string, and then you have the list of strings. Here is the string number 24. So I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make myself one in pen and label it so that I have it for reference so I don't have to keep looking it up. So it's kind of around like this, and then there's one that kind of goes around like this, and one that comes up and around in that general manner, and like that. So it's a few like 6s or 9s. That's string number 24. So I'm going to try this week to use as many of the patterns on this string as I can, but I just wanted to do that as sort of a reference so that I don't have to keep referring back because it's on a different page. So in order to get to today's pattern, I'll go to the home page just so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Better turn it this way. Scroll down to pattern focus. There's weekly string, by the way. And then on the pattern focus page right here, this is the current week. And I just go into today and see what today's is. Today's apparently is going to be Zinger Hats by Shazia. Another Shazia one. She does a lot of good patterns. Okay. So step number 1 is going to be a circle. Step number 2 is going to be sort of a petal-like shape. And then number 3, we're going to do a sort of an echo line right there. And like Zinger, we're going to just make them progressively smaller. And so she shows it here with variations of ways that you could embellish. And then her pattern shows it as in a more mandala-like. And this is going to be a whole lot of fun. I can already tell I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to probably play with this teardrop shape here. Some of them I might make long and skinny. Some of them maybe I'll do short and fat. That will give me a big variety of what I want to do. So let me get a piece of paper because I used my other one for the string. I'm going to draw in pencil that string again. String number 24. And it's going to have one in here, and one in here, and one up in here, and one kind of in there. They don't have to be perfect, it's just a string. But that's just the general idea of it. And then we're going to figure out how to put these little Zinger hats on this string. I think I'm going to make sure that I have one in each of these corners. So I'm going to put my little dots right here so I know that for sure I want one in all of those places. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go up. And then do this little aura and around, and you just fill in. Let me get a little closer so you can see it better. And you just keep making them progressively smaller. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to do another one here. Kind of following that curve of my string, right? A little hat. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. I'm going to come down a little further maybe for the hat part. And I want to try to kind of follow my string a little bit, so I'm making sure that this hat is kind of curving along with that line. Like that. And then this one. It's going to be tall and skinny. I'm going to follow that line, kind of, sort of. They can all be different. They don't have to be the same, right? So now let's see, what do I want to do? Kind of thinking of my string. I think I'll put one here and kind of go this way with it. Maybe here. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. I had to move my camera because we had company and I'm not sure I have it quite back in the right place. I thought I did, but I'm having some trouble seeing. Oh, I know what. Duh. I forgot. I was sitting on a pillow because this chair can get kind of hard after a while. I forgot to put my pillow back, which is why I can't see the screen like I thought I should be able to. All right, I'll have to fix that, but not right at the moment. I'm gonna do them coming out of like this. I'm just kind of following my string around with the little hat part. That works. Okay. Turn your page if you need to turn your page. That will help me get this kind of a curve on my hat. Like that. These are cute little guys, aren't they? I feel like maybe I need one that comes really big or something. I don't know. I feel like I need an overlap of somehow. but I'm not sure what. I'm going to do this because I feel like I do still want them to be cohesive that way. But I got to think about what I want to do to make them have some overlap, because right now they're just kind of side by side, which is fine, but I like to have a little overlap in my tile. Okay. So now what do I want to do? It needs something. Maybe if I do one here and it comes out and around like that, it will be under. So that comes out and it'll come around and out and around and around and maybe in there. This one underneath, maybe it'll come out over here. And you would see it like behind there. That works, but I think it's not big enough as a behind one. What to do, what to do, what to do. We're going to put one right here then. And it's going to come out. Like that. That's better. I needed something, some sort of overlap. Okay, I need one more. And it's going to come from here. It's going to turn this way. Kind of following that string still. There we go. I have a page full of Zinger hats. Those are cute. Okay, I'm gonna just put the name. And I'm gonna sign it. And it's string. Using string number 24. And now I can shade, right? Zoom out. Let's see, where's my eraser? Got me a new kneaded eraser. when it's new in the package, it comes out like this, like a square. And then you can see how it's like gummy. And you can squish it, and you can mold it, and you can use it and clean it. And my other one, I had left it out and it got full of dust and it was all dried up and it didn't mold very well. So I was at Michael's the other day. They're not very expensive. This one's like $1, $2, but I think it was $2 or $1.70 something. And I had a coupon, so it was like $1. Oops. Sorry about that. I just flinged that right across the room, didn't I? Okay. So I just put it back in a baggie to keep it fresh. But I had forgotten to do that, so it got all dried up. Alrighty, let's get some shading on this guy. I'm gonna zoom out ever so slightly. There we go. Just gonna go around the ones that are for sure on top. So that's where I always start. These guys are on top of that one. And since I don't have a whole lot of overlap, this part should be fairly quick. Right there. Like that. That's all that I have overlapped, right? Nope, a little bit right there. Okay, that's all my overlap. A little bit of smudging. Alright, so then I have to decide how I want these guys to live with where my light source might want to be. I'm not sure at this point. Okay. I'm gonna put my shading on this side. How was your weekend? I hope you had a good one. Here, where we are in the US, we did the time change thing. I hate that. Ugh, so hard. It's already hard enough to get up and go to church on Sunday morning because my schedule is such that I don't get home from work until around 11 p.m. And so by the time I'm ready to sleep, it is closer to midnight, sometimes 1, depending on how my day is gone and how much it takes me to relax and go to sleep. And getting up the next morning on Sunday is always already hard because I can only sleep maybe 7 hours. Maybe. It's probably less. But yeah, and I couldn't fall asleep that night, Saturday night. So I fell asleep around 1. I think that's what it was last time I looked at the clock. I try really hard not to look at the clock. I'm one of those who has a hard time getting to sleep. Once I'm asleep, I'm usually asleep pretty well. It's getting to sleep that I have issues with. And yes, I've tried all of the different things. The counting, all the home remedies, all the things everybody suggests. I have my sleep music that I can tune into. I can meditate, I can pray, I can do all these things, but sometimes my brain just will not. And sometimes it's really weird. I will be totally exhausted and sitting on the sofa downstairs when I get home checking Facebook or whatever, just doing a couple of little things before I go to bed, and I will fall asleep on the sofa. And then when I get up to go to bed, I lay down and I'm wide awake. So it's not that I'm not tired. I don't know. If any of you guys have insomnia, you'll understand. And it's not all the time, but sometimes. And I know that one of the reasons I couldn't fall asleep on Saturday night is because I knew that there was the time change for Sunday morning, and I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to get up in the morning that I couldn't fall asleep at night. Does that make any sense? Hope that makes some sense. But anyway, it was just awful. So today I slept in because it was my day off today. So I feel a little better. I will get back into my regular rhythm, but I hate that time change thing. Really do. Okay, well, there we go. I've given them a little bit of shading so that they kind of look more rounded. They kind of look like acorns with hats. And those are really cute, aren't they? That was an easy one to do. That was a good start for my week. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, try to challenge yourself to use a string. You don't have to use string number 24. Use some other string. It just gives you some sort of guidelines. And you'll note, you really can't see the string in this. But there's some movement, circular movements in all 4 corners of my tile, which is what happens when you use the string, right? Very cool stuff. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day. I will see you tomorrow. I'll go get myself a pillow so the next time I sit down here, I can see better on my screen. And we will see what tomorrow brings us. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.